cooking. The Rock says, The Rock says, The Rock says, I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Hello and welcome to a very special edition of the AEW and New Japan World Wrestling show with Rhys Jones and
bring you our pre-show to the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view, otherwise known as Forbidden Door.
yes, so ever since early on to AEW's launch a few years ago, they've had a relatively decent working relationship with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
And other companies.
And now they combined to bring us one pay-per-view.
Yes, otherwise known as Forbidden Door. Now we do have one match on the buy-in.
This match is Max Cassiter and the Gun Club, otherwise known as Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn.
And Bolton Club.
This is the New Japan team of
Yurima Unimura, Alex Coughlin, the DKC, and Kevin.
and we have 9 matches as of now. Could possibly change when we get to tomorrow's edition of, actually, tonight's edition of Rampage. Sorry, I'm thinking it's Thursday for a sec. But the first match is a bit of an unfortunate one.
Yes.
Now, a few weeks ago at Double or Nothing, CM Punk defeated Hangman Adam Page to become AEW World Champion. However, not sure whether it happened in that match or sometime afterwards. CM Punk has unfortunately developed an injury.
Yes, unfortunately.
So, AEW have decided not to vacate the championship from CM Punk, which some companies, WWE, would do, but instead to recognize CM Punk still as champion, but in his absence crown an interim champion.
And that responsibility will fall down on 2 individuals.
One is former AEW World Champion in his own right, Jon Moxley, aka Mr. Ambrose.
And his opponent is someone who Moxley has had history with in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And that is Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Next, we go to a fatal 4-way match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship.
As Jay White of the Bullet Club will defend his IWGP World Heavyweight title against Takehisa Okada, otherwise known as the Rainmaster, against former AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole, baby.
Former NXT champion. Then we have a fatal 4-way match to crown the first ever AEW Intercontinental Champion. I mean All Atlantic Champion.
Yes, Yes, there we go. As,
Neville
allow me.
goes head to head with Rusev, Aleister Black, Malachi Black,
And someone called Clark Connors.
someone called Clark Connors. You do know if we have any New Japan fans listening to this, we're going to be
Sure,
like,
he is a good wrestler, but he's against three experienced people.
well, common sense says, in all of these matches, common sense says that if it's an AEW championship, then
The AEW guys got to win.
and vice versa with the New Japan championships. However, things like that can probably change with working relationship.
Yeah, it can change on a dime.
Ah,
So this match,
yes. Next,
we will have a six-man tag team match as the sex god, known as Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, will be accompanied to the ring by Sammy Guevara's now fiance, Tai Conti, and Minoru Suzuki of Suzuki Gun from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Takes on Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Inamuno.
all I have to say to this is I strongly recommend that the sex gods stay clear of Gore the God Butcher.
Yes, I would.
Oh no, sorry, he's too busy fighting the God of Thunder.
For this next match, we will have no trouble in pronouncing these names
Yes,
because one of these members we know from the UK.
the IWPG United States Championship will be defended when Will Ospreay defends the championship against freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
Now we know how good Will Ospreay is because of his time here in the UK as a very talented wrestler. But the chemistry between these two is going to be amazing to watch.
Now, how many times this year are we going to have winner take all matches?
I don't know. I honestly don't know because it's gonna be pretty much
Because for next we have a three-way, aka triple threat winner takes all match for the Ring of Honor and IWPG Tag Team Championships. As the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions of Revival, aka FTR,
team up with
well,
Ring of
the
Honor's
team up take on the IWPG Tag Team Champions of the United Empire,
otherwise known as Will Ospreay's faction.
and the team of. How do you want to help me out here?
Yes, Roppongi Vice of Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Then we finally get to some women's action.
And again, we will have no trouble in pronouncing these names.
When Thunder Rosa defends against former WWE talent Tony Storm.
Now, this match is going to be, I reckon, it's going to be probably one of the best matches of the night.
Possibly, but I'd probably stay with Thunder Rosa. Is probably likely to keep the championship for 3 months. Who knows?
Now we move on to an 8-man tag team match. As
Yes.
the Young Bucks team up with some old friends in the Bullet Club in El Fantasma and Hikilo, taking on the Dudes with Attitude of Darby Allin and Sting, and yes, that's their tag team name,
And oh my goodness gracious me.
and the Ingobrables of Japan with Shinjo Takagi and Hiromu Takahashi.
And then finally, we have a certain loudmouth who may regret it.
Yes. Zack Sabre Jr. will take on a to-be-announced opponent. Now, originally, it was going to be Bryan Danielson.
Daniel Bryan. However, after a one match was it the
The Anarchy match.
Anarchy in the arena match at Double or Nothing. It was speculated that Bryan had gotten injured. That was then confirmed on Wednesday's episode of Dynamite.
From Bryan Danielson
And
himself.
but he did confirm and acknowledge the challenge which had been laid down by Zachy Boy.
Yeah.
And basically said that he would choose his replacement. Now,
We've heard a lot of rumors that it could be.
well, I'm not thinking of any big names that have recently been let go by certain companies that could make their AEW debuts.
I have no idea.
Unless it's possibly someone from Brian's time in Japan before another company.
That will give some insight towards Zack Sabre Jr.
So we'll quickly run through the 10 matches again, starting with the pre-show / buy-in match.
As Max Caster and the Gun Club will take on Yura Uemura, Alex Hoffman, the DKC,
John Moxley will take on
Hiroshi Tanahashi to crown an interim AEW World Champion.
in the IWPG World Heavyweight Championship match. Jay White will defend against
The Rainmaker,
Ham-
Tageyusha Okada.
Hangman Adam Page and Adam Cole.
A fatal four match to determine the first ever AEW All-Atlantic Champion. Pac will take on Miro, Malachi Black, and Mark Connors.
In a 6-man tag team match, the Sex Gods
Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara being come to the ring by his fiancée Tay Conti.
will take on the team of Eddie Kingston, Ryu Yatu, and
Ryuta and Shizuna Inamina, and also in Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara's team, we'll have Minoru Suzuki of Suzuki Gun.
in the IWPG United States Heavyweight Championship match, Will Ospreay defends against Orange Cassidy.
A three-way winner-takes-all match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Tag Team titles. FTR will defend their championships against United Empire, Great Khan and Cobb, and against IWGP's Roppongi Vice of Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Thunder Rosa defends the AEW Women's Championship against Toni Storm.
The Young Bucks teaming up with the Bullet Club of El Fantasmo and Akilo, taking on the Dudes of Attitude, Darby Allin Sting, and the Cannibals of Japan of Shincho Takagi and Hiromu Takahashi in an 8-man tag.
And Zack Sabre Jr. will take on a to-be-announced opponent named by Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
So Forbidden Door comes at us this coming Sunday, the 26th of June, from the United Center in Chicago,
Illinois. So join us next week for our reaction to AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door.
So then he's been Rhys Jones, and we will come at you next week where we will hopefully have some decent results.